In the near future, do you want movie maker James Gunn to make a live action movie with Superman and Peacemaker together? If so, are there any additional male or female superheroes that you want included? To help you in your decision making, this video presents images about Superman and potential female co-stars, followed by images about Peacemaker. As the images go by, fascinating information about Superman and Peacemaker is provided, including origin information, but may or may not correspond to the specific image being shown. Superman was created by writer Jerry Siegel and artist Joe Schuster, both sons of immigrants and science fiction fans. Superman first appeared in Action Comics #1 in 1938. This marked the beginning of the golden age of comic books, which is from 1938 to 1956. Superman was born on the fictional planet Krypton and was named Kal-El. Krypton was a scientifically advanced world that needed to be escaped from due to its impending destruction. As a baby, his parents sent him to Earth in a small spaceship moments before Krypton was destroyed in a natural cataclysm. This could be considered similar to people taking on the challenge of migrating to the United States of America or some other country because remaining where they were was viewed negatively in comparison to where they were migrating to. Superman's spaceship landed in the American countryside near the fictional town of Smallville. As an interesting note, Superman could be considered an undocumented or illegal immigrant. He was found and adopted by farmers Jonathan and Martha Kent, who named him Clark Kent. Like many who immigrated to America, he adopted a new name, increasing the chances of him fitting in. As a young adult, Clark migrates within America from the Smallville world of farms to the big city, the fictional American city of Metropolis, where he works as a journalist for the Daily Planet. This mirrors the migration of many people for the last over 100 years, as science-driven industrialization reduced opportunities in farming and increased opportunities in industrialized metropolitan areas. The source of Superman's powers, instead of being magical or granted by a god, have the science-based explanation of him being from another planet. Initially, Superman did not fly, but jumped much higher than regular humans. Superman gained the ability to fly in the second episode of the radio serial in 1940. One character that strongly influenced the creation of Superman was John Carter of Mars, created by Edgar Rice Burroughs, who was a man teleported to Mars and had effectively greater strength and the ability to jump much higher due to the lower gravity on Mars. Clark is revealed to have various superhuman abilities, such as incredible strength and impervious skin. Some other powers he has are X-ray vision, heat vision, super hearing, and super breath. Superman is vulnerable to kryptonite. Green kryptonite radiation nullifies Superman's powers and incapacitates him with pain and nausea, and prolonged exposure will eventually kill him. There are also other forms of kryptonite. Superman's supporting characters include his love interest and fellow journalist Lois Lane, Daily Planet photographer Jimmy Olsen, and editor-in-chief Perry White, and his enemies include Brainiac and his arch-enemy Lex Luthor. He was the best-selling superhero in American comic books up until the 1980s. Superman has been adapted to a number of other media, including radio, serials, novels, movies, and TV shows. On live-action TV, Superman has been portrayed by George Reeves, Dean Cain, and Tyler Hoechlin. In live-action movies, Superman has been portrayed by Kirk Alyn, George Reeves, Christopher Reeve, Brandon Routh, and Henry Cavill. And in the 2025 Superman movie is portrayed by David Corenswet. Peacemaker, real name Christopher Smith, is a fictional anti-hero who can be considered a superhero, originally owned by Charlton Comics and later acquired by DC Comics. Peacemaker has no superpowers but can fight and has super abilities by wearing a helmet. Peacemaker first appeared in Fightin' 5 issue number 40, an espionage team title cover dated November 1966, published by Charlton Comics and was created by writer Joe Gill and artist Pat Boyd. In 1967, Peacemaker had his own 5-issue Charlton Comics series. Peacemaker was originally depicted as a pacifist willing to do anything to bring peace to the world. Charlton Comics later went out of business and DC Comics acquired the company, obtaining the rights to many of their creations, including Peacemaker. These characters were incorporated into DC Comics' fictional universe, first via an alternate world before eventually being brought into the mainstream DC Comics continuity during the 1985 DC Comics crossover event, Crisis on Infinite Earths. In 1988, Peacemaker got his own 4-issue series, with writing by Paul Kupperberg and art by Todd Smith, redefining the character's personality and history. After this series, Peacemaker made more DC Comics appearances, including a backup feature in Inferior 5, before being incorporated into the Suicide Squad comics run, followed by his own series. Although historically, Peacemaker had not been a member of the Suicide Squad in comic books, his appearance played by John Cena in the 2011 The Suicide Squad movie resulted in Peacemaker being put onto the team in comic books. Peacemaker has also been on TV. For the character's appearance in the Suicide Squad and Peacemaker, Peacemaker is portrayed as a patriotic, jingoistic character who is willing to do anything for what he sees as freedom and peace. He is emotionally closed off and portrayed as a rude, violent jerk. The TV series expands on Peacemaker's character, receiving encouragement from several supporting characters in the series, while others judge him for who he is outwardly, believing he cannot change. Back to the questions asked at the beginning of this video. In the near future, do you want movie maker James Gunn to make a live-action movie with Superman and Peacemaker together? If so, are there any additional male or female superheroes that you want included? More videos like this one, short and longer, can be viewed at the Comic Excitement Convention DC Comics playlist. Please like, comment, subscribe, and click the notifications bell.